Enhancing pilots' aviation English learning, attitude, and motivation through the application of content and language integrated learning.
This study sought to investigate the effectiveness of CLIL in enhancing Iranian aviation students' attitude and motivation in dealing with the highly specialized features of aviation English. This involved 40 male student pilots that were separated into two groups identified as experimental and control, which were taught by CLIL and traditional approach respectively. The analysis revealed that the experimental group performed better than the control group on the post-test, which proves the effectiveness of content and language integrated learning. English, being the most used language of technology and science, motivates professionals to learn the language in order to have a better understanding of the things that matter in their chosen field. This is why an effective teaching method is important, especially for tertiary level students. The following discussion will reveal the detailed process and outcome of the study.
40 male pilots from two different classes who shared English language proficiency were randomly placed into two groups with 20 members each, namely experimental and control. Both classes were currently studying the private pilot manual, containing weight and balance and other courses related at the time. Pre-test, questionnaire, and post-test were the instruments employed in this study, with 6 sessions of course or treatment. The pretest is made to test their understanding of contents in the English language before treatment, and post-test to evaluate their knowledge and learnings after. The questionnaire with 30 items was about students' attitudes and motivation in language learning. All questions were based on the course in English and with the pretest and post-test questions based on the CLIL standard question booklet. The data collection procedure started on the first session of class where pretests were administered. Then carefully designed questionnaire was given in both the first and last session. Lastly, a post-test divided into written and oral parts was performed after 2 days from the last day of treatment. The students were scored based on their oral performance on different aspects.
Now let's move on to the findings. Correlation between two tests done by the respondents showed that the two results have significant relationship. Both the respondents were tested for homogeneity using the independent t-test. Studies showed that there was not much difference on their results on the pre-test. However, on the post-test results showed that the CLIL group had significantly enhanced their aviation English, making the null hypothesis to be rejected. On the analysis of the mean of the two groups for their attitude towards learning, CLIL group with a higher mean had a more positive attitude towards language learning, making the null hypothesis to be rejected again. Same as for the last test done, the comparison of the group's motivation to learn English, the null hypothesis was rejected. CLIL group had a higher mean, meaning that the said group had higher motivation to learn English.
The analysis shows that compared to the traditional way of teaching English language, by using CLIL, the students would have a more positive perception about learning the English language, making them more active, involved, and motivated in every class. Instead of translating every word in their native language, the teachers would have to create interactive activities that also involve them so that they can help the students understand the contents of their activity to furthermore develop both the students' linguistic and curriculum knowledge. That way, the students would feel more willing and confident to communicate in English since they would find it easier to understand.
As for the conclusion, the method of teaching at Mahan Air Training Center used to be teacher-centered. This approach involved the instructor presenting the course materials in English to the students who were mostly native speakers. The study revealed that the CLIL class enhanced the students' confidence and attitude in the classroom. It also provided them with a deeper understanding of the subject matter taught in the class. The study also noted that the students' motivation increased as they learned more about the language and content-related issues.